Salutations, and welcome back to Foxx Plays, the KSP, the 365-day challenge. Nice shot there, with the moon in the background, a KSC. So, to kick things off, we have ODARP and Colossus 1 in orbit, and we still have a little bit of construction to do. And I wanted, as EVAs do not count as part of a mission for the sake of the challenge. Get the lights on. Very pretty. Is this not linked to the... Apparently it is not. Well, lights on. Alright. So we're going to time warp around till we're in the day side. Just because working construction in the night side is rather tricky. Alright, so we're going to go lights off. And Bob here is going to do an EVA. Let's hide that. Alright, and let's see. Boom. Alright, so mostly we just want to set up ODARP for refueling purposes, because it's become very obvious that that we're going to need to resupply these craft before they depart. So open container, ground pylon. And this is not actually necessary. All you need is the docking port. But I like the EVA. I like the A in EVA. So we're gonna go. Boom. That looks fairly even. And we're gonna go fetch the other ground pylon. Although it will not be used in this mission, it might be used in further missions. We want the other ground pylon, open container, ground pylon. So yeah, I'm setting ODARP up to serve as kind of an infrastructure for transferring fuel. Not a fuel station per se, but if I have a fuel tank attached, I want to be able to. Alright, that looks good as well. I want to be able to, have it look like it's supposed to transfer fuel properly. So lastly, we're going to use pipe endpoint. And just connect it up here. Boom. Alright, so, and he's gonna get into the orbital module. Alright, that's Bill's work done. Alright, ODARP set up. Another fuel line will need to be added when the lander comes up, and eventually when the resupply ship comes up. But for now, back to the KSC. Alright, and it is in the dawn hours, and I'm going to go to the VAB, get things started. So we're going to load the KL-2B. So this is the Kerbal lander, which is actually kind of an homage to the Soviet lunar lander that was planned, the LK. Which essentially stood for lunar craft. Very imaginative, those Russians, but and we've actually used a lot of the parts from the DLK equivalent from the Tantares pack. So we've got this tank, which is part of the the LK would look like. The LK, the module, you've probably seen it, just not realized what it was. That's the LK kind of crew module, lander can. And imagine that being on top of one of these fuel tanks. And we've got these engines, which are, again, supposed to be there. That's what the engine that was attached to that fuel tank looked like. And we've actually got a two-stage design here. So these four outer ones are the descent stage, and they'll be left behind because we have a decoupler here, and when that separates, this engine will fire. And that is our ascent module. Actually, it occurs to me I have forgotten RCS entirely. That's a good thing to not forget. So we're going to set that up now. But I'm going to talk a little bit about the other functionality that I've got here. So we've got Alright, so we've got this is not going to be very well balanced. So what we've got is those tanks and some. These are the actual control blocks from the Hamal, which is the Tantares packs equivalent to the Progress. And they've got a little bit of extra fuel in them, some electric charge and monoprop. That'll be useful. How much monoprop do I have? Not really enough. So, and on top of that, we've got the Paul, which is the equivalent of the Cygnus spacecraft that we use to resupply the ISS. So I'm just going to put a whole bunch of these things on. 20 should do. And I can place 20 at once thanks to the editor extensions mod, which I cannot live without. It's not possible. So these have a little bit of extra fuel, but also containers. And the containers have a whole bunch of stuff in them, which I'll show you when I'm on the surface of the moon. I've got several communications arrays, like so. And big dish over here that can't deploy until the second stage is taken off. RCS, it's balanced enough. It's not really great, but we'll make it work. Single solar panel. There are more in the cargo modules, which the Kerbals will use Kerbal attachment system to deploy when they get there. So this is KL2. An homage to LK, and it is the 2B because this is kind of the second incarnation of this lander, and it's the second incarnation of this lander. So this has been a design process. It is, of course, on top of our standard Proton rocket. Slight modifications for launch, and this should be enough to get a. See, no, it's really not. Darn. Let's try adding Mo fuel. See, that doesn't really help us. Boosters, perhaps? I think boosters. Boosters is our answer. So structure... Whoa. Too many boosters. I know, blasphemy, but... And we're going to use the Boostatron? No. Gonna use... We're going to use the NASA boosters. Alright, that looks fine. Just wanted to couple after the first stage, and these all want to fire on the first stage. Sorry this takes a little bit longer than I expected. Yeah, that's much more like it. Alright, so let's kick things off. I did not mean to take that. Colossus is actually not quite as... The resupply mission carry a lot of fuel to refuel these craft. Alright, so throttle up. SAS on. Oh, oversight. Revert the launch. We do not need Kerbals. Yeah, we have our crew in orbit already. We don't need Kerbals on this lander. As a matter of fact, we don't need Kerbals on this lander because we have a probe core up there. So, save launch. Alright, much more like it. Much more like it indeed. Alright, so first we're gonna launch now. We're already gonna need to catch up. Good lift off. Very loud though. We're gonna use our standard ascent profile. Just make sure that the boosters are draining faster than the... What on earth? The decouplers are overheating. I don't think I've ever seen that. Oh no. All the pretty pieces. Well, time for a bit of rethink. That is unfortunate. I've never seen that. That's probably deadly re-entry. Anything blow up? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So, that was unfortunate. Oh no. Alright. So, SRB is clearly not the answer. I'm sure Jeb will forgive me for saying that. Let's try LRBs. And we want tanks. Not car. That's a spoiler. Go away. Nothing to see here. Dadgummit, where's my tanks? Yeah, there. This video is gonna go super long. So long. It's no good. Should not have to be doing this on the video. Alright, and structure. Alright, and that should be sufficient. Just check our staging. Good that we did that. Want all those to fire at once. Let's try that. And that should not be as much of a problem. What's the problem with our staging? Vessel. No, doesn't appear to be. Alright. Take two. So as I was saying, oh no, the LRBs are draining much slower than the central stage. We're going to use our standard descent profile. I'm going much too fast. I'm actually going to try and thrust limit to 50. That should allow us to run full throttle, and that will not run out before these. Alright, we're going to start our gravity turn. Ugh. I have really made a hash of this this launch. I'm not pleased. Not pleased at all. So total delta V. So that's not enough. We'll see. These engines up here are super efficient, so they should be able to get us to ODOT. Man, that's loud. A bit of lag spike there. Sorry about that. Oh, we're way too fast on our gravity turn. Our altitude is only 8,000, and our prograde is on the 45-degree mark. We're way too shallow. Ugh, and our delta V is not going to like that. Total delta V. Because we had to thrust limit our main booster, our main rocket there. Let's sigh. Yeah, we're just gonna run when the main cuts out. We're just gonna run the 6 boosters, and then we're just gonna decouple the whole stack. Because I don't want to fiddle around and tweak it anymore. We're in central stage. Shut off. LRBs. 3, 2, 1. -1. -2. Cut off. Second stage ignition. See, I do like dropping large stages. They're very pretty like that. Thrust to weight ratio, I think, went down. Yeesh. Sorry, thrust to weight. No, it's above 2. Wow, it's 2.5. Geez, I'm grow. Okay, so time to get a bit of a perspective here. All right, now it's pretty far ahead of us. ODARP is pretty far ahead of us at this point, so we want to actually level out our trajectory, so that we can. Because if we stayed on this trajectory, we'd wind up here as our apoapsis, but we want more like over there, which is where it will be. This is not necessarily a direct rendezvous attempt, but it's kind of demonstrating some of the principles. We made a hash of that rendezvous. Oh well. Don't we have that much delta V left in the stage? Oh, we do. So we'll leave that on a suborbital trajectory. I'm surprised we have that much delta V left in S4. Huh. Sorry about that. Oh, RCS on. Just a little boost there for control. Ugh. This SAS. This new SAS, I like it. But it's so frustrating. So frustrating. It's really unfortunate that we had to redo this part of the mission. I have some plans tonight, and part of a board game group and an RPG group. So we're doing that tonight. I might feature like some sessions of like an RPG or something later on the channel. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Not me. I have no idea. Oh, we should cruise up to our apoapsis. I always forget this. It's like I get to talking and I just kind of keep going. Alright, so 14, so we want to start our burn at 7 seconds. So 4, 3, 2, 1, 10, 9, 8, 7. Yes, we should have plenty of fuel in this stage, which again doesn't have a probe core. Ugh. So frustrating. Don't turn around. You fawidget. You want to know what a fawidget is? I have no idea. Just instead of turning the whole spacecraft around, I'm just using RCS to back it off here. So our periaps, okay, that's plenty. Alright, so we're going to couple this stage, even though it has like 125 delta V left. Uh-oh. What stage then? That's not good. I don't like it when stuff stages and I don't know what's staged. That's bad. It's very bad. Okay, well, guess we're just gonna keep pointing prograde and match orbit, and we're actually gonna get an encounter. Look at that, 1 orbit. Okay, and we need RCS on. 2.9, 2.8. Right, 2.8 is our best, and we're off. That accounts for it. It's minus, so we need to burn normal. Sorry, this maneuver planning is so slow, but the tolerances are very, very fine. So, come on, just give me the flip. There it is. All right, and that will bring us much, much closer. So turn off RCS, just because the RCS will greatly change your if it uses the RCS to thrust for attitude control, it will actually change your orbit. Partly because it's making you lighter as it burns fuel, and so just your mass will change your orbit, but also because you're adding velocity in various directions, all kinds of wacky directions. So it tends to even out, but not always. Sorry, my throat is acting up today. So what's our time? 12 minutes to node. Almost there. RCS on. I'm going to use both main engines and RCS. Get us there just a little bit quicker. How's our encounter? 2.5. Okay, so we're going to want slight maneuvers. 1.5. 0.4. I'll take it. So this is 1.6 meter delta V burn, and look at how twitchy the maneuver node is. Just applying SAS torque is enough to cause it to jump around. So our burn is in 30 seconds, and that will do entirely on RCS. We'll probably have to just tap it. And a 0.3 encounter. Look at that. Wacky. Right, we are above the atmosphere. Okay, that was not a bad rendezvous. Gotta say, that was actually quite pleasant. So we want to burn prograde now to sync orbits. This will give us an idea of how much our relative V is going to need to change. Rough idea. Alright, so about 85, give or take. Alright, how's our... Wow, we're draining electric charge like crazy. That's one thing, is the... all the SAS torque is pretty insane, because we've got like 1, 2... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 command pods. It does mean that we've got a lot of inherent battery power, but we're just, ugh. Alright, so we're going to speed up. We're actually unfortunately, we're pointed the wrong way for our solar panel to do much good. Actually, no, it will get a little bit. Not a lot. Yep, enough to hold us steady. 5, 4, 3. I bet we can see it now. Yep, we can. It's going to take a 3-second burn. And physics range lag. So it's going to take a 3-second burn, so we want to burn on 1.5 essentially, so 2. Ugh, stop spinning me around, you... I'm not a fan of the new RCS. It's so difficult to use. Ugh. Can use our RCS to just null out our delta V here. Actually, I am gonna, just so that this stage drifts away. All right, and all right, and alright, so we're going to go over to ODARP and find the right docking port. That looks to be the correct docking port. So we're going to use our docking port alignment indicator. Alright, and this thing is rather terribly balanced. Oh, gosh, no! Stop! Stop pointing me where I told you to point me. How are we doing for power? Alright, I'm actually going to control and toggle torque on a lot of these, or we're going to run out of power real quick. And our solar panel is pointed the wrong way, unfortunately. But I think, especially after turning off all the Hamal torque, all of their reaction wheels, we'll have plenty of electric charge to make it to our destination. SAS is so frustrating. Sorry, I'm not commentating much. I'm just kind of paying attention a lot, and I'm trying to get this done. You know what I mean? So we're almost there, and we're going to thrust forward a whole bunch. Tired of this waiting around. Almost there. Alright, so we're going to come in at 0.2 meters. That should be plenty gentle enough for our fidgety little craft here. I think I worked out that the reason it was so fidgety is because its mass is so low. I'm used to docking with much heavier targets, and those heavier targets will have more inertia, so if you come in harder, they tend to not move. So we're going to... Nope. Too far. 0.26. Whoa! And nice smooth docking. Alright. Any construction that needs to happen will happen later. This video has already gone pretty long, so I've been Foxonius, and thank you for watching. Hopefully, next mission will go smoother, and we'll refuel both these crafts with a resupply mission, and then it's off to the moon, which is somewhere else at the moment. Anyway, take care. See you next time.